Good morning, fifth graders. Our lesson learning goal for our math lesson today is I can convert units of measurement and use conversions to solve multi-step real-world problems. Before we get into our do now, I'm going to ask you to write on the post-it on your desk. What you're going to do is you're going to write one question that you still have about unit conversions. It could be a question that came up yesterday during yesterday's lesson or yesterday's homework, or just a general question you still have. So I'm going to get you to write that down and post it on the parking lot beside our whiteboard. I'm going to give you a minute to do that. So it looks like everyone has finished. We're going to move on to our do now. So in order to do our do now, we are going to watch a quick video. If you took all the pancakes ever served at the Kirby Lanes cafes in Austin, Texas, and laid them end to end, the line would form a continuous pancake pathway from Austin to Denver. However, it would constitute a colossal waste of a whole bunch of really great pancakes. All right, so what I'm going to get you to do right now is write down a guess of how many pancakes you think it would take to go from Austin to Denver. What I want you to think about now, fifth graders, is what information do you think would be useful to help you figure this out, to help you to solve the problem of how many pancakes you would need to go from Austin to Denver. On your think sheet, I'm going to get you to jot down what information you think would be useful and any questions that you still have in order to solve the problem. Once you've written that on your think sheet, I'm going to get you to pair up with your elbow partner and share your responses. And can I get a few of you to share your responses with me? So we want to know the distance between Austin and Denver. And we also want to know what is the size of the pancake. In order to find the distance between Austin and Denver, we're actually going to use Google Maps to figure that out. So I'm going to show you a video that will help us to do that.
Okay, so we're just going to do a quick tutorial on how to use Google Maps. So if we just type in at the top, googlemaps.com, and we are going to type in a destination here in the upper left-hand corner. So just for our tutorial, we are going to use San Francisco to New York City. So in here, in Google Search Maps, we're going to type in San Francisco, and you see it populates here some different options. So we're going to choose the first one. And here on the map, it shows us a area of San Francisco. And in order to find out the distance between San Francisco and New York, we're going to click on this blue button here, Directions. So we're going to write New York as our starting point, New York City. And again, we're going to click on the first top one right here. And then you'll see it gives us the distance in two different routes and also to fly from. So we are going to choose the shortest route, which looks like it would be this route here. So the distance from New York to San Francisco or San Francisco to New York is 2,902 miles.
All right, so I'm going to give you some time right now to determine the distance between Austin and Denver using Google Maps. So what did we determine the distance was between Austin and Denver? Right, 922 miles. And the other information we decided we needed was how big is the pancake? So the actual diameter of one pancake is 8 inches. All right. What do we notice about the information here in our units of measurement? Right, we have two different units of measurement. So we're going to have a little bit of problems when we're trying to solve the problem of pancakes from Austin to Denver because one unit of measurement is in miles and one is in inches. So we're going to do a little bit of converting. Just to review when we convert units of measurements, we'll watch this quick video here. How do we know when to convert units of measurement? We convert units of measurement when there's different units and we want to compare or problem solve. When we move from smaller units to larger units, we use division. And when we move from larger units to smaller units, we multiply. So how many inches are in a mile? There are 63,360 inches in a mile. So we are going to need to convert our units of measurement. And we know, based on the information that we were given, there are 63,360 inches in 1 mile. So I'm going to give you some time right now at your table groups to determine how you could use this information to help to solve our problem of pancakes from Austin to Denver. So from there, students would solve the problem in their math groups using whatever strategy they think is appropriate, as we would have gone over strategies in past lessons. Then we would present and discuss our strategies, and we would begin to consolidate the information. So we would do a turn and talk discussing how we know when to convert units of measurement, and we would brainstorm when we would use conversions to solve real-world problems. We would discuss and create an anchor chart on inspiration with this information, and then the exit ticket would be a Google Forms on the iPads where they would write down a part of the lesson that's stuck and one part that is still a little muddy.